Good morning. This is Grand Thumb Farms here on Elm Creek 25 doing the Neapolitan Challenge Cereal Tycoon Edition. It is going to be a terrible day after a couple of beautiful months, I have to say. When I left you, it was midday in May. We had $44,000 in our pockets. That afternoon, I did 3 contracts and then called it a night. Got up in June, made our June sales. It was nice weather pretty much all day. The first contract I did was a deadwood contract, and I decided to use a machine that they were offering, and it wasn't very expensive to lease it. And the first tree that I cut down was the wrong tree. I didn't see the penalty. In the past, I know I've gotten penalties before. I don't know if the first one's free and you just get a warning or not, but I didn't notice them taking money away from me. But it was the deadwood contract that was on that hill that I can't stand. I should have just passed it up, but I took it because I wanted to try the new machine. I've used it before. It's the John Deere that cuts 2 trees down and it holds them straight up in the air. And I was thinking I could bring them all to one spot and make it easy, and it did make it kind of easy, except I ended up cutting the last few trees down with the chainsaw, the ones that I couldn't find with machine. Anyway, I did several contracts that day. It was a good day. And in July, after the morning sales, there was several harvesting contracts. I was hoping for a bunch of wheat and barley so I could get some bonus grain to store for the chickens, although they don't eat very much. And I ended up getting about 1,000 bonus canola, and I put it in the train silo. And the bonus wheat that I went after was going to be for the chickens, and I ended up going to the wrong place. So I ended up losing money. I realized it pretty quickly, but it was a small field and I dumped too much into the silo already, so I ended up failing the contract and owing some money. In July, I ended up doing a whole bunch of contracts too, and I thought I was done for the day, and there ended up being 3 cultivating contracts, and I ended up finishing the day with those 3 cultivating contracts. Let's see what our milk sales are today. A little over 1,500. That'll do. When I was at the train station, I started looking around because I know you can rent the train, and it might not be at that train station that I was at. I think there's 2 train stations on this map. Something I did find when I was here at the train station, looking for a place that I could rent the train, was this antique here. There it is. I was pretty excited about that. So even though I only have 1,000 canola, or 900 canola, something like that, 954 canola in here, I found that antique. It's going to be terrible weather all day. After this hail, it's going to be tornadoes until about 2 o'clock, and then it's supposed to warm up pretty quickly, and hopefully we'll be able to harvest the rice when that happens. The grass is also ready to cut this month, and I may cut it into hay because the silage is ready to sell, and I don't know that I'll have time to take off the silage today. So the barley was supposed to be sold here, and I ended up going to the farmer's market, and I sold about $450 worth of barley there. But I decided to look around here a little bit. Now I have to remember where I found. Oh, yeah, here it is. I found this big old thing here. So that was 2 more collectibles. We're doing okay with money. I'm gonna head back to the farm and then we can look at the finances. I think I had one big item drop off my loan list. So I believe my monthly sleeping cost has come down a little bit. Let's check to see what it's down to. And I also need to fill up my fuel tank that we installed. We can do that first. I'll go ahead and buy 5,000 liters. Fill up the truck. And then we'll run into the house and look at our finances. Let's go upstairs and stand on the porch. Okay. So our big loans are still here. That's still $7,200 a night, $7,250, but it's only $7,557 now to sleep through the night. I believe I've knocked off about $5,000 worth of debt just going through the months. We only have one short-term loan left here, and then it's all long-term stuff. In 2 more years, all these loans will be paid off. And the dairy, I started goat cheese. I'm not sure if that's going to hinder me or help me. I was kind of hoping it would use the goat milk up faster, but we'll have to see about that. In the grain mill, I did do, I guess I did an oat harvesting and had 600 left over, so I'm going to distribute that and make some soup. The grapes are done, so I turned the raisins off after I sold the few that we had left. Rice saplings we're not starting to store yet, but I filled it with water. I filled the greenhouses with water. The eggs, every chance I get with the eggs, I move them over to keep working on the noodle soup. And the sawmill, I'm gonna need to fill either tonight or tomorrow. We'll have to see. I don't really want to go gather any wood with a tornado coming. As far as the animals go, the chickens have plenty of grain. The goats have water, plenty of food, and we had 2 babies. Oh, and we got 2 calves this month too. Very nice. So we're getting our herd up to 8. So they're going to start eating a little bit more. I've got silage to give them. I'll give them as much as they can handle. And I still have hay in the hay barn. So we're going to wait out the weather. And I believe at 2 o'clock is when it's supposed to clear up. And it'll be nice and hot. So everything will dry up pretty quickly. And we'll come back and harvest the rice. That's the plan Looks like the tornado's on the other side of the river, so we're safe again. This is where it was last year. Hopefully it doesn't come across to us. We'll see. So we'll be back after a while. Oh wait, before I go I better go sell these goods. Forgot all about those. I'm gonna load up the one pallet we have and we'll see you right before we sell. Okay. I'm guessing big money this morning. 10,000. I'll take it. That's big enough money for me. And for the wood sales, another 4,500. Okay, I'm gonna get back, get under cover. I'll watch the radar, and if it gets close, we'll come back and watch the devastation together. Otherwise, hopefully when we come back in, it'll be bright and sunny with some dry rice to get harvested. See you after a while. Good afternoon. This is not my truck. It's fancy though. This is a Mercedes-Benz that's going to do some karting. Didn't have a backup mirror. Backup camera. This is a Mercedes-Benz that's going to do some karting for a wheat harvest. Oh, incorrect. I don't know how to use it. There we go. Unfold. I found a wheat harvest. It's actually on that field that we did the sugar beet practice on a while back. I'll figure this out. I'm going to send a worker up to get it started while I do the rice harvest. Once I finish the rice harvest, we'll cart for him and whatever's needed. And any extra wheat we can store and have for the chickens. That's the plan anyway. If I can get this header on without... Oh, I almost hit my trailer. Kind of tight. Wouldn't have been so tight if I didn't put my truck right in the middle of everything. Whoa! Oh, magic! Nailed it. First try. So let me get them headed down to the field, and we'll go get ready on our farm to do the rice harvest. Set destination to here and set destination to here, maybe. Okay. The tornadoes cut across this onion field and they went up north. We weren't in any danger at all. It worked out pretty good. Is he blocked by an object? Or does he just think he's blocked by an object? I have faith in him. You can find your way, buddy. We'll see you back up at the farm. So it turns out the field that we're doing that harvest on is actually the field next to the field that we did our sugar beet practice on. A little bit larger field. I'll take it. Well, I'd like to say we're old hat to rice harvests by now. It's our third one. But when I said that about the planting, it kind of went poorly for us. I'm just going to get this done and we'll see how we fare compared to the other harvests. I think we'll do okay. I look forward to getting some better soil for our rice fields. Let's see how it goes. Our first harvest on that field was 1634. Our second harvest was 1674, and we got 1650 this time. So I guess that's our average. If I was to guess on this field, we're going to get a little bit less because I missed a couple of spots when I cultivated. So we'll see. $17.51 was the previous harvest. So it was a little bit less. There was some damage on the far side of that field, and I'm not sure where that came from. Hopefully we can make up the difference in this next field. Okay, we're looking for 64.29 for a total. Let's see how we do. 63.36. I didn't notice the crop damage on this field too, but we'll take it. Next year we'll see if we can do better. I don't know that we'll have as much rice next year or not. Let's get this into the mill. We'll put our harvester away for the year, and we'll go get started on that wheat harvest. Well, I got to thinking while I was doing that harvest that there's a couple of pea harvests on contract, and if I was to do both of those, I could actually buy that flatbed trailer that I want and not have to switch back and forth between trailers all the time. If I was to do it, it would bring me into the nighttime. I'm not going to subject anybody to have to go through that, but I think my intention after I finish this harvest and get cleaned up is to do those two contracts, and I'll purchase that trailer. This is a pretty big harvester on a pretty big field. It's the John Deere S7 one that I've been looking at. I don't think it'll be our first harvester, but I do like it. Although a flex head would be nice. Alright, I'm going to get this field knocked out. We'll see what kind of bonus wheat we can get, and we'll see you after a while. Well, I got the harvest finished. Unfortunately, I didn't do it before nightfall. Couldn't beat the moon out. And I may have parked a little bit close. Oh, come on. Try that again. There we go. Immersion. I'm going to take my little train up to the farmer's market. See if we can get some bonus wheat. Hopefully we can. And then I'm going to make a bold move and head to the shop. Buy our new trailer. And I think that'll be it. Well, and then I'll have to spend a while in the dark harvesting some peas. Okay, guys, we're headed to the farmer's market. Let's get old Grand Thumb Farm some bonus wheat for his chickens. There we go. I think he just hit my tractor. He looks like he's okay. Uh-oh, follower stopped. Guess he got in another accident. I was kind of hoping that would be it. Let's get the next truck. I wonder why he stopped. The bridge? Yep, the bridge. Nope, it's not the bridge. Okay, let's get this guy up to the farmer's market. Come on, bonus wheat. Look at there, $82. I just realized we've had the sound of rain this whole time. I reset the sounds and it's much better now. Hopefully it doesn't come across too badly in the final product. Hope it's not too distracting. We've got the train headed back to the shop after a successful harvest. For such terrible weather today, we were lucky we didn't get hit by a tornado. We got the rice harvest, although it's not getting any better. I look forward to having more fields in the future. Looks like everybody's here. I sent my guys to the train station. We'll see how that works out. I want to get this trailer. That's not where you buy trailers. Gotta buy it online. I don't hear anybody working. Hopefully somebody will be here. Wouldn't mind having that, but we're not there yet. Okay, flatbed trailers, a farm tech, no extensions needed, $20,500. I'm gonna straight out buy it. All right. No more reconfiguring trailers for me. I'm a happy man. I just wish it was daylight. We'll take a look at it in the morning when I load it up. And it looks like it's about to start raining. Gonna dump the bonus wheat. There's 49.50-ish. And another 28.70. Wonder how much blew out. We have a total of 78.20 in wheat and 6.54 in canola. The chicken should be set for a while. I believe next month is grapes, and the following month is sugar cane. Sugar beets. I said sugar cane. So we have some money to spend for the harvest equipment for the sugar beets, and then start preparing for the following year. I appreciate you stopping by and spending some of your time with me here today. I thank you. And I hope you see me in the next one. Have a good day.